Rest in the gentle grace of Mary. Let your troubled heart be still. Lay your burdens down before her, trusting in God's holy will. She will lead you to her Jesus, source of everlasting peace. In the shelter of her presence, all your fears can finally sleep. When the noise of life surrounds you and your soul grows weak with care, when the weight upon your shoulders feels too much for you to bear, close your eyes and breathe in slowly. Heaven's peace is waiting there. Holy Mary walks beside you like the dawn, so calm and bright. With a love so full of mercy, she will hold you through the night and remind your weary spirit God is near and guiding you. Rest in the gentle grace of Mary. Let your troubled heart be still. Lay your burdens down before her, trusting in God's holy will. She will lead you to her Jesus, source of everlasting peace. In the shelter of her presence, all your fears can finally sleep. There are wounds no eyes can witness, hidden deep inside the soul. There are silent tears that linger from the pain we cannot show. But the mother, full of compassion, knows each sorrow that we hold. Like soft rain upon the desert, her comfort falls so tenderly, and the anxious heart grows quiet in the light of heaven's peace. For no prayer is ever wasted when entrusted faithfully. Rest in the gentle grace of Mary. Let your troubled heart be still. Lay your burdens down before her, trusting in God's holy will. She will lead you to her Jesus, source of everlasting peace. In the shelter of her presence, all your fears can finally sleep. At the foot of Christ's great suffering, she remained through every tear. So when sorrow overwhelms us, she stays lovingly near. Every rosary whispered softly, every trembling prayer we raise, becomes a path of hope and healing, covered by her loving grace. Bless the minds that cannot rest. Bless the lonely and forgotten. Hold them gently to your chest. May the sick receive new comfort. May the fearful find new light. May the broken rediscover God's embrace through darkest nights. Like a candle in the silence, like the stars above the sea, Holy Mary softly whispers, place your trust completely in me. Rest in the gentle grace of Mary. Let your troubled heart be still. All your fears can finally sleep. Rest in the gentle grace of Mary. Let your troubled heart be still. Rest in the gentle grace of Mary. Let your troubled heart be still. Rest in the gentle grace of Mary. Let your troubled heart be still. Lay your burdens. In the quiet of the morning, before the sunlight fills the sky, I whisper softly, Holy Mary, and tears begin to leave my eyes. For every fear I try to carry feels lighter when you walk beside me. You know the sorrow hidden deeply, the silent battles of my soul. And with a love so full of mercy, you gather every broken hope. Like fragile roses in your hands, you heal the places no one knows. Mary, Mother, who holds my heart, never let your child depart. When I wander lost in fear, draw me gently, always near. Wrap me in your tender grace, lead me to Christ's warm embrace. Mary, Mother, full of hope, teach my soul to trust and grow. There are nights my faith grows weary, and my prayers feel cold and weak. But your loving voice reminds me God still hears the words I speak. Like a candle in stood beneath the cross of sorrow, yet remained so strong and true. Teach me how to trust in Jesus when my heart is hurting too, and help me carry every burden with the faith that lived in you. Mary, Mother, who holds my heart, never let your child depart. When I wander lost in fear, draw me gently, always near. Wrap me in your tender grace, lead me to Christ's warm embrace. Mary, Mother, full of hope, teach my soul to trust and grow. Like the moon reflects the sunlight, you reflect God's holy love. Every prayer I place before you rises to the throne above. When my spirit feels abandoned and the road ahead seems long, you remind me heaven's mercy has been with me all along. Bless the children and the weary. Bless the hearts that ache in pain. Bless the families needing comfort. Bring them peace like gentle rain. May the lonely find compassion. May the hopeless rise again. May the sick receive new healing through the love of Christ, our King. Every rosary we whisper, every candle shining bright, becomes a song of trust and healing, carried through the silent night. Mary, Mother, who holds my heart, never let your child depart. When I wander lost in fear, draw me gently, always near. Wrap me in your tender grace, lead me to Christ's warm embrace. Mary, Mother, full of hope, teach my soul to trust and grow. Mary, Mother, who holds my heart, be my refuge in the storm, till the day I stand in heaven, safe within eternal love. When the morning breaks in silence and the world begins to wake, I lift my eyes toward heaven for your loving mercy's sake. Holy Mother, full of kindness, gently by my side, like a candle in the darkness. You become my faithful guide. Mother Mary, lead us to Jesus. Guide our hearts with heaven's light. Teach us how to trust completely through the shadows of the night. Bring us faith when we are weary. Bring us hope when fear appears. Mother Mary, walk beside us. Fill our souls with peace and grace. In a world so full of sorrow, where confusion fills the air, you still call your children softly back to prayer and loving care. With the rosary in your hands, you remind us God is there. For the broken and forgotten, for the lonely and afraid, may your gentle intercession bring the peace that never fades. And may every wounded spirit find new strength through heaven's grace. Mother Mary, lead us to Jesus. Guide our hearts with heaven's light. Teach us how to trust completely through the shadows of the night. Bring us faith when we are weary. Bring us hope when fear appears. Mother Mary, walk beside us. Fill our souls with peace and grace. At the foot of Christ's great suffering, you remain so strong and true. Though your heart was filled with sorrow, still your faith carried you through. Teach us how to love with patience. Teach us how to still forgive. Show us how to follow Jesus every moment that we live. Bless our homes and bless our families. Keep our hearts forever pure. Help us stand through every trial, grounded firmly and secure. May the young grow strong in wisdom. May the old find comfort too. May the sick receive your healing and discover hope anew. Every prayer we place before you rises like the morning sun, and through every holy whisper you lead us closer to your side. with peace and grace. Mother Mary, lead us to Jesus till our earthly journey ends. Keep us faithful through the seasons, through our trials and our pain. And one day inside God's kingdom, may our souls rejoice in peace. Holy Mother, full of mercy, keep us safely in your care. Every heartbeat, every moment, let our lives become a prayer. Mother Mary, lead us always. In the silence of the evening, when my weary heart is torn, you arrive with gentle mercy, like the light before the dawn. Holy Mother, full of compassion, you remind me I belong. When my body feels exhausted and my soul is filled with pain, you place hope within my spirit, like soft healing summer rain. Every whispered prayer before you is never spoken out in vain. Mother Mary, comfort me. Bring my heart serenity. Heal the wounds I hide inside. Stay forever by my side. When my strength begins to fade, wrap me in your gentle grace. Beautiful Mother, hear my plea. Bring God's healing over me. For the lonely and forgotten, for the anxious and afraid, for the ones who cry in darkness, searching for a little faith. May your loving hand surround them and bring peace that always stays. You carried sorrow at the crossroad, yet your faith remained alive. So when suffering overwhelms me, teach my soul to still survive, and remind my heart through every trial, God's eternal love survives. Mother Mary, comfort me. Bring my heart a prayer, resting safely in your care. And when fear begins to whisper that my hope is almost gone, you remind my soul so gently, God is with me all along. Weighed down by sadness, heal the minds consumed by fear, heal the families torn by sorrow. Let your loving presence near. May the sick receive new courage, may the weak rise once again, may the hopeless find tomorrow filled with sunlight after rain. Every candle burning brightly, every rosary we raise, carries all our pain to heaven, where your mercy gently waves. Bring God's healing over me. Mother Mary, comfort me. Be my refuge, be my peace. Be my refuge, be my peace. Till our suffering finally ends and eternal joy begins. Quiet of your presence, all my fears begin to cease. For your voice becomes a river, flowing endlessly with peace. Holy Mother, walk beside me, every moment, every breath. Lead me safely to your Son, who brings healing without end. Beautiful Mother, comfort me. Bring God's healing over me. In the silence of the evening, stay near me when storms start to rise. Cover my weakness, hear all of my cries. Oh, Mother Mary, speak to Jesus for me. Tell him I'm longing for all I should be. Carry my worries, place them in his hands. Whisper my name so he understands. I trust in your love, I know you will see. inviting you today. With a heart that is heavy, I don't know what to say. The world feels so big, and I feel so small. Sometimes I am afraid, sometimes I fall. I try to be strong, but I'm just a child. I wander so far, I forget your smile. My dreams feel distant, my path unclear, but I remember you are always near. Mother, please listen, I'm calling your name. Take all my burdens, take all my pain. Oh, Mother Mary, speak to Jesus for me. Tell him I'm trying, though weak I may be. Carry my worries, place them in his hands. Whisper my name so he understands. I trust in your love, I know you will see. No one who comes to you is turned away empty. When nights are so dark and I cannot see, be like a light shining gently for me. Hold me and guide me, don't let me stray. Lead me to Jesus, the truth and the way. If ever I'm lost in the noise of this life, and burdened with sorrow, confusion and strife, remind me of Canaan, where you softly spoke, and water to wine by your prayer awoke. Mother, I'm trusting, I'm letting it go. Take me to Jesus, he's all I know. Mother Mary, speak to Jesus for me. Tell him I'm trying, though weak I may be. Oh, carry my worries, place them in his hands. Whisper my name so he understands. I trust in your love, I know you will see. No one who comes to you is turned away empty. When fear fills my soul and tears fill my eyes, remind me, dear Mother, that heaven is mine. Teach me surrender when I cannot stand, and shelter my heart in your merciful hands. Mother, stay near me when storms start to rise. Cover my weakness, hear all of my cries. When evening shadows fill the sky, and weary tears begin to rise,
I lift my eyes and call your name. Sweet Mother, full of holy grace,
your quiet love becomes my strength.
you walk beside my restless soul.
When storms of fear begin to roll,
And like a candle in the dark,
you place your peace within my heart, a gentle fire that never fades. Mamita Maria, lead my way. Stay by my side each night and day. Hold my hand when I feel alone. Make my fragile heart your own. Mamita Maria, lead my way.
there are days I lose my courage, days my faith feels far away.
But your loving eyes remind me heaven still is near to me, and mercy waits when I pray.
You carry all my silent burdens, the hidden wounds no one can see.
Like flowing water through the desert, your tender comfort washes me and brings my soul serenity. Mamita Maria, lead my way. Stay by my side each night and day. Hold my hand when I feel alone. Make my fragile heart your own. Mamita Maria, lead my way. Blessed Mother, clothed in starlight, teach my heart to trust again. When the road feels long before me and I cannot see the end, be the shelter where I rest.
Teach me how to love like Jesus, with a heart both pure and true,
To forgive the ones who hurt me and remain forever faithful, like the humble
and your loving voice still whispers,
child, my son will dry your tears.
Candlelight still glows.
I can feel your holy presence,
like the peace the heavens know.
every heartbeat, every moment,
every blessing, every breath.
I surrender to your guidance
through this life and even death.
For no darkness can defeat me
when your mantle
covers me. Mamita Maria, lead my way. Stay by my side each night and day.
Hold my hand
when I feel alone. Make my fragile heart your own. Mamita Maria, lead my way.
when my faith begins to sway.
Be my comfort, be my shelter
through the night and through the rain.
Mamita Maria, lead my way.
Through every valley, every trial, your loving heart
Remains beside me.
like the moon that lights the ocean.
You keep watch so faithfully.
When my final day is nearing
And my earthly journey ends,
place my trembling soul before him,
where eternal life begins. Mamita Maria, lead my way. Holy Mother, hear my plea. When grief becomes too much for me, you gather every falling tear and calm the trembling heart with prayer. Your gentle voice still draws me near. Mother Mary, hold my tears. Stay beside me through my fears. Wrap me in your gentle love. Lead me to your Son above. Fill my heart with peace so deep. Gentle
feels so
May
big,
the hopeless rise again,
and I feel so small. Sometimes I am afraid
of Christ.
Sometimes I fall. I try to be strong, but I'm just a child. I wander so far, I forget your smile. My dreams feel distant, my path unclear, but I remember you are always near. Mother, please listen, I'm calling your name. Take all my burdens, take all my pain. Oh, Mother Mary, speak to Jesus for me. Tell him I'm trying to show weak I may be. Carry my burdens, place them in his hands. Whisper my name so he understands. I trust in your day, I know you will see. No one who comes to you is turned away empty. When nights are so dark and I cannot see, be like a light when shining gently for breaks in silence. Hold me and guide me, don't let me stray. Lead me to Jesus, my truth and the way toward heaven. If ever I'm lost to your noise of life and burdened with sorrow, confusion and strife, remind me of Cana where you softly spoke, and water to wine by your prayer awoke. Mother, I'm trusting, I'm letting it go. Take me to Jesus, my heart's tired. He's all my faith. You remind me, Christ, speak to Jesus for me, gently by my side. Tell him I'm trying, though I may become mine. Carry my worries, place them in his hands. Whisper my name so he understands. I trust in your love, I know you will see. No one who comes to me is turned away empty. When fear fills my soul and tears fill my eyes, remind me, dear Mother, that heaven is mine. Teach me surrender when I cannot stand. Shelter my heart in your merciful hands with peace. Mother, stay near me when storms start to rise. Cover my weakness, all my cries. Oh, Mother Mary, speak to Jesus for me. Should be for the broken and forgotten, for the lonely and afraid. May your gentle intercession bring the peace that never fades. And may the holy shadows have grown long, and the dishes all I dread. There's a silence in this old house that makes room for every sound. I can hear the clock keep turning, like a whisper
heaven's light.
And I think about the people still lift when darkness falls.
There are battles no one notices,
Hidden underneath a smile.
there are children growing restless,
There are hearts that feel exiled.
so Holy Mother, stay beside us.
When the night feels cold and deep,
Spread your mantle all around us.
guard the ones we love in sleep. When my hands can't hold together, everything I wish I could, you remain so strong and true.
Remind me heaven still is
Your
moving.
faith carried you through. Even
Teach us
when I misunderstood.
Teach us how to still forgive.
I don't need to show us how to follow Jesus.
Every sorrow,
I don't need to know tomorrow. I just need
your faithful prayers
to lead this family to the Lord.
cover my family under your mantle. Mother,
Bless our
we
homes,
stay
bless
tonight.
our family,
Every keep our hearts
every
night. Every
help us
soul
stay
beneath
through
your light.
every trial.
Hold the weary, hold the anxious, keep us safely through the storm. Bring us closer to your Son's heart, where the restless can be.
May the sick receive your healing.
Some are walking through confusion, some are drowning sadly.
Before you,
Some are
rise
lost
as the straight morning sun, and through every holy whisper, you lead us closer to your Son. The holy shadows have grown longer, and the dishes all lie dry.
There's a silence in this old house
That makes room for every sigh.
I can hear the clock keep turning, like a whisper through the wall.
And I think about the people who still lift when darkness falls.
There are battles no one notices,
Hidden underneath the smile.
there are children growing restless,
There are hearts that feel exiled.
so Holy Mother, stay beside us.
When the night feels cold and deep,
Spread your mantle all around us.
guard the ones we love in sleep. When my hands can't hold together, everything I wish I could.
Remind me heaven still is moving.
May our souls rejoice. Even when I misunderstood. Mother, full of mercy, I don't need to carry your care.
There's hope within my spirit, like soft healing though they still fall to their every whispered prayer before you.
That still
It's never spoken. There are words we can't undo,
but I know your hands are gentle,
and your mercy comfort me.
you stood
Bring my
beside
heart,
the broken.
you have washed the suffering too. You remind my soul so gently. God is with me all along.
I'm writing you today with a heart that is heavy. I don't know what to say. The world feels so
Heal the hearts weighed down, feels like sadness. Sometimes I heal the minds consumed by fear.
I try to be
Heal the
strong.
families torn
just a
by
child.
sorrow.
I wander so
Let your
far.
loving
I
presence
forget your smile.
my dreams feel distant. Receive new guidance. May the weak rise once again, but I may the hopeless find tomorrow. Filled with sunlight after rain. Mother, please kiss so burning bright. I'm calling your name to really raise. Take all my burden to heaven. Take away your mercy. Gently wait on Mother Mary. Speak to Jesus for me. Comfort me. Tell him I'm trying. Though weak I may be. Serenity. Carry my word. Heal the place that his hands. Whisper my name. Forever he understands. I trust in your love. I know you will see. No one who comes to me is gentle grace. When nights are so dark, Mother, and I cannot see thee, bring God's like a light to me, shining gently for me. Mother Mary, hold me and guide me. Be my refuge, be my refuge. Lead me to Jesus, the truth and the way. Till I'm suffering, if ever I'm lost, and in the noise of this life, and burdened with sorrow, confusion and strife, remind me of your voice where you softly spoke, and water to hide by your prayer. Every moment, Mother, I'm trusting. I'm letting go. Take me to Jesus. He's beautiful Mother. Comfort Mother Mary. Speak God's name over me. Tell him I'm trying, though weak I may be. Oh, carry my worries in the silence. In his hands of evening. Whisper my name so he understands. I trust in your love. I know you will see. No one who comes. Mother, Satan is turned away, and storms start to rise. When fear fills my soul, my weakness, and tears from my cries. Remind me, dear Mother, that heaven speak to Jesus for me. Teach me, tell him I'm longing for when I cannot stand, and shelter me hard in place them in his hands. Mother, stay my so small.
I lift my eyes
Sometimes
and
I
call
am
your
afraid. Sometimes I
sweet
fall.
mother, full of hope. I try to be strong